Grand final time, everybody. Nothing left against the meme machine. The victory is at hand for one of the two teams here, soon at least. And, well, so far the meme machine have done well. I have to say that from the get-go. Both are qualified for Division S. And Division S is starting on the 18th of March. 18th of March, that's when Division S starts. And again, the teams are actually in a position where they can schedule the games a little bit more freely. So it's not like those games are always going to take place on the weekend, but all of the games are going to be uploaded to the YouTube channel, so you can check them out there, youtube.com/KhaldorTV. And also, they will be streamed live as well, but as I said, the days are a little bit more flexible than they were with HGC. This is not a pro league where the players can actually make a living of the prize money that exists there. So this is still a highly competitive setup that we have for this, but the prize money is obviously a lot lower since this is not officially endorsed by Blizzard or anything like that. Both of the teams that we're seeing here are already qualified for that. We're going to see that grand final right now, where both of them are still going to try to win that tournament. But here we have Zadoon with the Tyrael on the early pick. And as I see that, I realize that our dear little admin actually switched the team names over. And I currently feel a little bit, a little bit trolled here. So this is pretty much the attempt to make sure that Khaldor is watching what he's doing. And since Khaldor is always paying attention and is always watching, he immediately picked up on that. And sneakily changed the overlay. That guy, unbelievable. So much skill in one person. That high production value right here, it's unbelievable. And live. Fantastic. Also what we're seeing is Tyrael actually with Greymane and Kerosene. So we're having nothing left actually with this super aggressive setup here. And in case that you're currently looking at the lineup of nothing left and you're wondering like what exactly are the account names, we had some problems in the semi-final where Blakidney and apparently also DAB had issues in one of the games in the first game, and then going into game number 2, the accounts triggered some technical problem with Battle.net and the games couldn't be started, so they jumped onto their Smurf accounts. So we're currently seeing this setup, Greymane played by Blakidney and John Paul Diva as the Smurf account from DAB. The ban against Artanis, as the meme machine has now played Artanis several times. Now if anything holds true here, then we're going to see a gen pick now coming in from Sugar Daddy. That could be working out for them. But yeah, the Anubarak and Hanzo setup. Malfurion. Ooh, the Illidonga for Sugar Daddy. Okay, so there's a little bit of a meme element to this, obviously, since both teams are already qualified. So expect to see a bit of a fan service with 1 or 2 picks here. But it looks like both of them want to be aggressive. We not only see Illidan, we have Zeratul now too. So Smaragd is trying to show off a little bit more. And if we learned anything from Alex the Pro G, then it is that Zeratul is the best 1v9 hero in the game. So they're gonna try and make that work. Nova, Kerrigan, and Uther. Alright, baby, I'm ready for this. Talking about fan service, we are in for a bit of a treat here in the grand final as both of the teams are deciding to have a bit of fun here. Again, all are qualified already for Division S. There's nothing on the line here except for glory. Fame and glory. And not more fame than you playing Nova and actually winning with her. And that's what Nothing Left is trying to do here. Game number 1 in the grand final, as we have DAB on Nova for Nothing Left here on Battlefield of Eternity. On the left side, Potiboss on Greymane, Zadoon on Tyrael, Blakidney jumped over to Kerrigan, and we have Linked on Kerosene. To the right side of the map, the meme machine with Sugar Daddy 69 on Illidan. We're seeing Smaragd on Hanzo, Death Knight on Anubarak, Kupchi on Uther, and Slake on Zeratul. Game on, ladies and gentlemen. And it is actually a pleasure to see another game with Nova. And I'm not only saying that because Nova has by far the best ass in the game. I'm sorry, Tracer. But also because she is player killer #1. And that is a really aggressive wraparound here. It's mine. This is actually getting a bit nuts. Okay, so they're starting to bait a bit on the other side there, or they're trying to. I'm not quite sure how this is supposed to work, because Nova can literally not go over there. Nobody's trying to deal with that, though. And yeah, here comes that rotation, if you want to call it that. But we have a super aggressive setup. I mean, if you jump... At this point, I'm honestly asking myself if we are going to see Judgment. Personally, I would expect that you just jump in and you play it old school with a jump in aggressive sanctification and then play with Carrigan and Greymane as they're moving in for the kill. But since this is a bit of a fan service game, apparently, I wouldn't mind seeing Judgment and the Nova ult coming through. So precision strike on that would be great. Nova with a kill against Illidan at the top lane, as we have the engage down here at the bottom of the map. Top side though, it looks like, well, we have only Slake available here. John Paul Diva already making sure that Nova is still upholding the reputation of being player killer #1 with the early kill in the game here right away. The trend with the breaks that we have continues, actually. So another 3-2-3 moment as we're going a little bit North America here at the beginning of the game, 1 minute and 23 seconds in. Outside of that, Nova on level 1 with a covered ops here. So in this case, the slow increase, I'm pretty hyped to see how much she can actually do here. The problem that Nova obviously has, or one of the biggest problems that she has, is that she has no real escape tool, and that normally against any kind of heavy engage is an issue. And then you look on the other side and you're seeing an Illidan, you're seeing a Nubarak, you have more stuns through Uther, and you have a Zeratul on top of that too. So it's one of those setups where you're just like, I'm not so sure how much Nova can actually pull off here. But I mean, we're gonna find out for sure. And I'm still not quite, I'm honestly not quite so sure what I want to see as heroic abilities. Sanctification sounds amazing with Greymane and Carrigan, but I kind of want to see that old school style with Judgment into Precision Strike. If you guys been around in alpha times, what was one of the most popular compositions as wombo combos were going was to play Nova with Tyrael and on top of that with Falstad. And you would go into Hinterland Blast, which back then was still called Shock and Awe. You would go Precision Strike and Judgment and just unload all three of one single target. And as you can imagine, there was very little that could save the target. So it was always a lot of fun to see that. Obviously, as more heroes were added and Nova slowly phased out from the competitive scene, that didn't really happen all that much anymore. But it was fun while it lasted. And while we're talking about combos, the one thing that we could definitely also see on the other side is with Uther in the mix, him maybe even running a Divine Storm. There's still a good chance for that, especially considering that we're having Greymane, of course, moving in for this. But as you have an Illidan in your composition, that Divine Shield would definitely come in quite handy if you're trying to allow him to go as ham and as deep as he possibly can. And that's normally the thought process behind Illidan. I mean, Illidan in general is a hero that heavily relies onto his late game capabilities. Normally in the early game, he's not making much of an impact, or at least he shouldn't. But then once you reach that late game scenario, then he can really just take an opponent down completely, especially when there are not a lot of stuns available. And if you look at that setup that we're seeing for Nothing Left, they don't have a lot of those. I mean, they have a couple, don't get me wrong. They have mainly Carrigan that, of course, can try and land a combo. But outside of that, he should still be able to keep those auto attacks up. And that's where the self-sustain from him comes online. With that said, Illidan, by the way, here on the Battered Assault as level 1, so with the sweeping strikes, can heavily focus into that particular build here. Sometimes have still the unending hatred on level 1, but you kind of don't see that all that much. Battered Assault, definitely one of the aggressive talents that you can take here. And since we are in Battlefield of Eternity, where you're pretty much guaranteed a lot of 5 versus 5 fights, you get a lot of value out of that talent in particular. So he's going to focus on that quite a bit. Outside of that, still the build here with an Nerubian Armor for Nubarak. So we've seen this just used more and more, that Nerubian Armor on 1, 4, 7, 13 sometimes is started to become a massive priority. We had in the previous series, actually, Nothing Left playing more around an aggressive style with Zadoon on Nubarak. Whereas this time he finds himself on the other side, and he went more so into the typical engage combo that we are having, which is traditionally when you're going into Under King and you're trying to play also around the Subterranean Shield. Epicenter is kind of the go-to talent in both of those builds. but one is designed to have the aggressive engage and the quick kills, whereas the other one is trying to put Nubarak more so in the main tank position. Slake over here is already in trouble, and yeah, DAB is getting those hits in. Slake, yeah, he's dead. I mean, he tried. He actually tried, but that's the end of him. So another kill here for them, and well, we're continuing with that. Sugar Daddy is once more in trouble, and Paul John DAB is already looking for the kill against Illidan, and Illidan is dead once more. Oh, the double combo from Kerrigan, and Death Knight falls too. What a setup! What a shit show! Unbelievable! 5 kills against 0. Nothing left comes in, and they are just dropping everything. Alright, we're in for a treat here. This is gonna be a massive, massive brawl. You could say this is a bit of a heroes brawler right now. Linked and Podipos are the only survivors that haven't actually moved back, but look at that lead. They are an entire level ahead already. Another level 4 abilities here with the kinetic fulmination taken on level 4. Nova herself into the rapid projection. But we are going full Monka with this style. That fight was not healthy at all for the meme machine. If they are falling farther behind in this, they are going to get wrecked. The snowball potential on this map is still pretty decent if you're losing this hard in the early game. If you get the kill now, though, it's a different story. And Illidan will get that. No way! You are kidding me! Nova actually gets out. She had 70 hit points at some of those points or moments of the escape, and she actually gets away from this. This is honestly insane. DAB on his John Paul Diva account is able to move out of the fight and doesn't die. That is crazy. Illidan would have literally taken 1 hit to drop her. That's nuts. Alright, so with that said, we're having already the Immortal focused on. Still a level lead on the side of nothing left. The meme machine with the memes. Here comes the engage, potentially against the backline. Keep, of course, the mobility in mind on a lot of these heroes. I mean, we're letting Nova outside, out of it for a second. But Zadoon gets jumped on. He gets some explosion value against Hanzo. Smaragd down to half HP, gets healed up, but still, that was a pretty decent one. Talking about damage, John Paul Diva already trying to get more in with another snipe, but he's not the only one that gets attacked. In this case, it's Karazim that gets focused on, and oh, the meme machine, they're memeing back right away, and they get the kills here. Alright. The meme machine looking at this and saying like, okay boys, memes are all nice and well, but we still need to make sure that we are actually bringing a bit of a pain here. 7 talent is in the hands of nothing left, but it looks like the Immortal might actually go over to the meme machine. And as I say that, we have the attack again, and Kerrigan is down. Oh, but Nubarak dies too, and everybody else is low too. Here comes Sugar Daddy again. The damage of Diva, but Diva dies, and the heal that comes from Kupchi is keeping Illidan alive. They're all going for Illidan, and Illidan just doesn't care. Or does he? Yeah, he cares a little bit. We are also having Tyrael falling, and Tyrael is trying to get the kill down here. Doesn't though, but we have Hanzo falling too. Oh my god, we are 5 minutes in and we have 13 kills, and it just continues. 0 points, and this is the victory for nothing left on the Immortal. 500 point shield, and that's it. Massive slash damage everywhere. And I just don't want to know how the late game is going to look like once that Illidan is going to go completely ham here. The Boundless Fury has now been taken to. Kerrigan is taking top lane, while we are focusing on the bottom of the map, where even before we can head there, Nova is dead again. Seems like Illidan and Nubarak are having her number right now. And as I said before, Illidan has only 1 counter against him in this setup, and that's pretty much Kerrigan. I mean, yes, there's a little bit more to consider overall, but there's not very many hard stuns unless we're going to see Judgment. So this is starting to get a bit Monka-esque, and I'm loving it. This is actually a lot of fun. There's still a leading experience for nothing left. That first Immortal, by the way, didn't really do a whole lot, and wasn't quite expected to do all that much. But now we have on level 7 still the Subterranean Shield. We're also seeing the Reflexive Block now for Illidan. And I just want to see... Again, I want to see Tyrael's ult. both are, I mean, viable is a strong word in this setup, but both of them could be played here. Oh, that's done from a noob. He actually gets nearly everybody, yeah? Daddy? Daddy is dead again. The 7-sider being used, and it is Judgment, baby. Yeah, there we go. Judgment, and they kill against, oh my god, Uther and Nubarak. Both of them are dead. No level 10 abilities on the side of the meme machine yet, and they are taking full advantage of that situation. They're trying to get another kill here, even with Podibos jumping in, and Blake Kidney on his Smurf account here with Carrigan, but that should be the first fort of the game, and we have 11 kills against 6. Oh god, Jesus, at this point it's pretty nuts here. But yeah, we have Judgment. Judgment against Illidan if they want to use it here, if they even have to. Zeratul is currently busy at that top lane trying to escort that wave back in, but already there is player killer number 1 on the way. Let's look at the damage output actually. Ooh, Tyrael, the one with the most damage. Okay, didn't expect that at all. Again, he had a lot of trade value on the other hand. So I guess that worked out, but we have another objective on the map. It's time to shine once again as we have both of the teams manning up in the mid lane, or well, in the middle of the map. 11 kills against 6 so far, 1 level lead. Nova at the top, double checking with the decoy if there's maybe another camp taken, which is not the case, so they go quickly for the shaman camp. And down here we have a trap set up. And is someone falling for it? Well, they're trying to. Already Tyrael is low. Here comes the Hanzo arrow, but it's a short one. Judgment onto the back line, but the Divine Shield negates everything. Here comes the Void Prison, the kill against Zeratul as Greymane goes in, but Illidan, it's his show right now. Illidan with a kill against Tyrael, goes in again. Carrigan is down, and Illidan dies too, as Greymane says, not on my watch. Again, a 3 versus 3. Everybody low. Podipos looking for the kill. Does he go for the engage? Yeah, of course he does. And he goes straight for Death Knight and barely survives. Needs to jump out here. But DAB with Nova gets the final laugh as he drops a Nubarak. And now they're going for the objective again. I love how, by the way, the Judgment into Precision Strike setup was completely negated by the quick Divine Shield that we saw from Uther. It was actually a heads-up play by him. Halftime show, nearly won. Also, we nearly saw Nova fall here, or Podipos on Greymane, so he needed to be a bit careful. Illidan, of course, by now has Metamorphosis. Personally, I think this is not the right choice. If you already go for the memes, then please go for the hunt and play Superman. But at least with that, they can negate some of those stuns that are available. So we're seeing them jumping in again. The 13 talents, of course, give a slight advantage over to nothing left here. Pretty decent advantage, by the way. Snipe build here with a psionic efficiency. And they are starting to try and go for another quick kill here, apparently. Law and Order now taken. Greymane not making a commitment yet, but there's the halftime show. And now they're going to try and race this one down. And Heroics are nearly all up again. Time to shine here. Here comes the meme machine, and of course they're attacking. What else would they do? They go for Greymane. But Greymane doesn't die yet. Where's Illidan? Illidan is already on Carrigan. He's trying to play with her. Ooh, the arrow against Nova. And there's the setup, but they go for Hanzo in the backline. Divine Shield already coming out as the cocoon hits the ground. Here comes the precision strike, and down they go. Everybody drops in HP, and Nubarak dies first. And it's Illidan taking out Diva. Illidan, Hanzo, Uther, everybody gets wrecked. Wer hat noch nicht, wer will nochmal. Zeratul is also down, and with the entire team getting wiped. We're having nothing left now with a 2-level advantage, going for the second immortal here and starting to push that in a few seconds through the top lane. 28 kills in 11 minutes. Okay. And with Noah back up, that fort is gone. And that Immortal is a pretty beastly one too, so they could very well make it through the top lane towards the keep here. It's a full Fiesta moment right there. It's all about the damage. Kills, kills, kills. Playing safe? Macro game? What is this macro game that you speak of? Why would we macro game if we can just go for the attack? And they still have the talent advantage, by the way. They still hold the talent advantage. Just want to point that out real quickly here. As we have them go for the keep. 13 is going to be there in a few seconds, but that's also true for the 16 talent, which is one level away. There's the 13. That keep is going to fall, 100%. Arrow against 1-2. No follow-up, though. No follow-up. Judgment. Oh, and again, cleansed out here. But the kill against the Nubarak is still there. The keep goes down. And now they're trying to make it a double kill. Slake is low. The Void Prison saves him for the time being. Well, does it? No, it doesn't. Garrigan is still getting the kill here. Illidan is going straight in, but Daddy, please! Down he goes, and the same is going to be true for Uther and the core, as nothing left takes the lead in the grand final. And yeah, we are seeing a pretty memey game here, but it's awesome. 1-0 for nothing left. Game on, everyone. The memes are real in this series. We have nothing left in the lead against the meme machine. And game number 2 is Volskaya Foundry. And, well, let's put it like this. The first game was interesting to say the least. 12.5 minutes, 34 kills, nearly 3 kills per minute. Pretty insane stuff. And we saw Nova too. So a bit of a fan service game, as we have, of course, both of these teams already in Division S, and a lot of fun here at the same time. So with this, we have now also DAB back on his main account. So after they had some problems in the past, they brought him now back on the main account. It's like, okay, let me give this another try. Not playing on my Smurfy, and actually works out. And it is Volskaya, and we have a ban on Probius. So at this point, you know that everything is fair game here. People were already memeing in chat earlier saying that if Nova can win, Butcher can win too. And to be fair, I wouldn't put it past them at all. Especially not past the meme machine. I would absolutely believe them going for a Butcher composition. They're just banning meme heroes at this point. They're just basically looking at it like, what is the most annoying shit they could throw against us? And they ban out Probius, they ban out Samuro. Now Arthas has been banned out too. It could also indicate that we're going to see Illidan again. That is another potential one. Abathar gets banned. And we're heading into our first pick. And what's it gonna be? Imperius! Alright, there we go. Having those lunges again. I actually like him a lot. Like, the Wrath of Ingerius as an ult is insanely fun. It turns him a bit into a delivery boy, as I said before, but then again, it's a pretty cool delivery boy to say the least. And that ult, if followed up by a good stun and a quick burst, is just absolutely amazing. I love watching it. It makes for a lot of fun plays. Now the double picks on the side of the meme machine. Tyrael and Tassadar. There's a lot of shields there already. Shields, shields, shields. What are we going to see with that? It has to. Like, again, you can ban a Tracer at this point, but we could see Vala, we could still see another auto attacker. Talking about heroes, there's Chromie. Chromie makes it in, and Ana with that too. So already Imperius for a bit of a lockdown, Chromie for the follow-up damage, and Ana, of course, with the ult here, boosting that damage output even more. What do you ban here at this point? Seriously. I feel if I'm nothing left, I actually ban Butcher. Or Illidan. I mean, the problem is Meme Machine could literally play any of those. Butcher, Illidan, yeah, there's the Illidan ban right there. So you have the Tassadar. They could play Tracer. They could play a Vala composition with this. I mean, we're memeing already as it stands. So I would say it is probably... I honestly think they're going to play Butcher. Now that Illidan is banned out, I think we're going to see a Butcher game from them. What else? Like, I mean, maybe Tracer? I wouldn't be shocked to see Tracer, to be honest. With Tassadar here already.
We will forge a great destiny.
Oh, it's gonna be meme blades, isn't it? Oh god. Zarya and Varian and Chen played now by nothing left, and Zagara. Okay, now they're bringing it pretty far. We have a Zagara on the map, so we're probably going to see Nidus, and I'm just play around with Nidus on the map and trying to backdoor the entire time. What's the last pick? Do they even need a support? They have 3 heroes with shields already and self-sustain. Do we actually need a support on their end? I'm not so sure. Probably not. Okay, they played without a support. They have the shields, so they don't need that. Instead, they're going for a bit of speed here. And for a little bit more of a beat that they can play to. It's still, I don't really think they needed one. A support would have been nice, but they decided against it then in the end and play Lucio instead. Volskaya Foundry, game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. The grand final heads into the second map. Game number 2, potentially the last one of this tournament. Nothing left on the left side with Podibos on Chen, Blake Kidney on Thagara, Zadoon on Imperius, and we're seeing linked on Ana with DAB on Chromie. And on the right side, the meme machine cranking out the memes here. Mass shields through Tyrael, played by Death Knight, Kupshi on Tazada, Sugar Daddy on Zarya, Smaragd on Varian, and of course he goes into the High King's Quest on 1, and Slake on Lulcio. Game on, ladies and gentlemen. Chen is in the game. I don't even know what to focus on first, to be honest with you. I mean, at this point, it's getting pretty memey here. I'm pretty sure that we're going to see Windblades. DAB, yeah, gets booped away already, but barely survives. The same cannot be said for Death Knight. Death Knight goes down, and that's the first kill in the game, and we're only 20 seconds in. So yeah, he didn't really last long here. Shields are okay, but, well, normally supports or any kind of proper heal is usually better. Varian, then again, doesn't really have a lot of stuns against him. He has the sleep, and, well, we have still Imperius. By the way, Chromie is dead too. So much for DAB. He's down as well, and Zagara is already at the top lane, starting to push here with Infest as a talent choice on level 1. So right now, again, I just want to see Varian with all that support, if he can actually sustain himself through all of this. Because let's face it, Varian can be pretty scary in this setup. Both of the teams are memeing quite a bit, and in compositions like this, you can get away with Windblades on Varian. There's not a lot of stuns against you. There's a couple of tools that can be used to try and drop you low, but still, if you ever had a chance to make this play work, then it's right now. DAB and Link are currently attempting to go for the first item here. And we're not seeing the same player on the other side. Instead, we're seeing a heavy invade, of course. It's all about aggression, right? As we said before, Zagara is still topside, so that makes this a 5 versus 4 in favor of the meme machine. And they're looking for the kills. Lucio boop back. Podibos is already low, and that is Chen about to fall. But Smaragd isn't looking too healthy either. Still healthy enough to get the kill. Imperius and Chen go both down. Varian is also dead, and Slake is still trying to get the kill against DAB. DAB is actually just sitting there saying like, okay, I'm gonna take this eventually. Linked is working overtime, and Slake on Lucio is doing what Lucio players do best. Yeah, he's dying. At the top side, in the meantime, pretty much we're seeing Blake Kidney in a position where he says, boys, I'm playing a specialist. I do what specialists do best. I'm just pushing and ignoring the rest of the game. I'm playing PvE. And that's exactly what's happening here. And he's like, I'm getting value. I have a turret already dropped, and I have the wall destroyed. So that's my siege damage right there. And if the team says, dude, you should join our team fight, it just says like, have you seen my siege damage? It's at 21,000. Have you seen my siege damage? Look at that. I'm contributing to the game. And then the rest of the team says, okay, you're reported, dude. And then the flame war starts and the game's lost. So that's pretty much what happens whenever you have a Zagara in your game. But in this case, we're actually seeing Blake Kidney make the plays at the top lane, or at least trying to. Push that back, moves back in time, doesn't really die at that point. And well, we're still seeing with the objective coming in. Oh, by the way, obviously we have Windblades. Didn't really mention it. Didn't feel I have to. It was kind of kept an obvious move. Plus Kala's Embrace. This is literally what everybody played when Varian made it into the game. You played in your quick matches, or you played with friends, and you got the Tazada, you gave the shields, and then you just like whacked away. That's what they're trying to do right now. Already, Smaragd is there. Double turret, by the way, on their end. They got both of them. Zadoon needs to be very, very careful who he stuns out here. Podibos is already starting to drop a little bit low, but guess where Zagara is? Zagara is at the top lane, because that's what specialists do. And Zagara is very, very special. So Zagara is pushing, and to be fair, with Infest, she's actually getting the kills up there. Oh, talking kills! Death Knight is dead. Yep, that's a great start for them here. Not only do they get the value top side, they're also getting the kills down here. Slake on Lucio is in a bit of trouble. Nice boop against Chen though. Really liking that. And Varian is just hitting. And Chen finally dies, but Varian is also dead. And Zagara is still getting value up at the top side. Kupshi is sitting there, so is like, guys, you can't just leave me alone against Zagara. Not with Infest and a Cam pushing at the same time. 7, nearly 8 now against level 7 here. Talents are exactly the same, but Zagara actually dies as Death Knight jumped in. Blakitney is sacrificing himself for the bigger cause. Here in the middle of the map, on the other hand, we still see the fight over the control point. Zagara is going to be back soon. Is it a question where she's going to be headed? I'm not quite sure. I kind of expect her to just go topside again instead of joining the middle. But again, we'll see, we'll see. For now, Chen is actually coming back and is starting to hold the point here. Lucio can boop Chen out of his trade the entire time and trying to take that self-sustain down a bit. Chen already in the back here, and they're not really quite sure what to attack first. Death Knight is again low, so is Kupshi. Both of them are actually really low, and Slake goes down. Lucio is dead again, and it looks like Tyrael might fall too. Chromie dies as DAB gets wrecked by good old Varian, but Varian this time gets annihilated once more. Especially with Tacita being pressured this much by Podipos, there's very little chance for Tacita to actually give the shield over to Varian, and Varian kinda needs that. There's the lunge again. Zadoon is running out of mana too. Guess who runs out of hit points? It's Tacita. Podipos with another kill. 8 kills against 6. 5 minutes in and nearly 15 kills already. The teams on level 9 and 8 with the heroic ability for Chromie now, of course, with the time lamp. But yeah, with that said, Temporal Loop here can be used again as DAP is back to business and starts to get the damage in again. There's the first protector now too, and things are starting to get nasty. Level 10 any second now on the side of nothing left. Chen already at the bot lane. Up here we're saying the heavy commitment towards the fort in the middle. And keep in mind, just in case you missed that or forgot about it already, the fort at the top lane is already down. Temporal Loop, ooh, daddy, nearly down. But yeah, this fort is gonna fall. And they're trying to pressure Smaragd on his Variant once more. The meme blades are not getting any value here just now. Zagara actually goes for more. That helps him to control Variant a little bit more. The Wrath of Vangeris is also taken, but we're not seeing the Nidus network. I could have sworn they're going to try and cancel around them the entire game here, but nope, we're not going to see that macro game. Instead, it's brawls, 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 and guys, they're going for the keep already. Podipos with a triple panda here, and they're also going for Slake once more. We are 7 minutes in, and the keep is on 50% HP. Like, Podipos just goes for the more on Lucio. Again, the connect through Chromie. So much damage now from DAB, and they're actually going to get the keep here. The 6-7 minute keep, Wrath of Anguirus, and the kill against Death Knight. Oh my god. The pain train is hitting so hard. You can't go core. Alright, Temporal Loop into the lunge. Zarya is dead. They're going for Varian again. Smaragd wants the kill against DAB. Doesn't get it because the tower takes him down first. But here comes Judgment now against Imperius. And Zadoon is dead. Zagara is in the meantime at the bottom of the map. Bleak Kidney is just saying, you guys are all stupid. I'm not going for the core. 7 minutes in. I'm gonna work on the bot lane. You buy me some time. And that's exactly what Podipos is doing. Zagara is PvEing here at the bottom of the map. Eventually Chen is gonna fall, but Zagara has all the time in the world. Oh god. my eyes are actually tearing up. Chen goes down. That's panda abuse right there. And well, with that, Peter is already called. Blakitney at the bottom of the map drops another wall. 11 kills against 10. And here comes Smaragd. And well, Zagara, I'm sorry to tell you, yeah, you're not gonna die. Okay, I'll take everything back and yeah. This is just silly. I mean, at this point, we're having the keep in the middle lane taken down. We have the fort at the top already eliminated. DAB is in the middle of the lane, clearing the way. Like, I don't know what he was doing there, but he got a little bit lost. I can't even imagine what the comms are like. These guys are having so much fun with this game, probably even more than us. But yeah, this is a fun one for sure. Look at those damage outputs, by the way. Boss, there's the judgment. He's trying to get away. The rest of the team doesn't give a shit and is actually trying to go for the beacon here. Instead, the triple pandas are in. Here comes the Wrath of Vangarius against Varian. I think Imperius is gonna fall here. Yeah, Imperius is gonna die, and they're gonna get this one too. In the meantime, Zagara has taken a camp on the map. Welcome to every Zagara in the game. Boss wants to go for Kupshi. The force wall stops him though, and now the panda is dead again. And Zagara is still at the bottom of the map. He's like, guys, I got this. That drops the tower here immediately. Chen at the top is now, of course, down. But yeah, here is the important part. 89,000 damage on Zagara. Did you see my siege damage? Have you seen my siege damage? I'm actually surprised that the red team just doesn't care about this. I mean, all memes aside, and the attempt to go for a DAB again, which is successful with Chromie falling, someone has to finally deal with this. I mean, hello, ladies. Do you have a minimap? Black Kidney is just simply going for the keep. And Tacita is not gonna stop him alone. Not in the long run. Black Kidney is sitting there simply saying like, yeah, well, good luck with that. I'm gonna take that keep eventually. Up to the top, on the other hand, we're still having a bit of counter pressure happening. I mean, at least that, right? But that objective can still be contested, especially since Tacita is now forced into that battle with the Zagara. Uh-oh. Zarya, you have a problem. Yep, gets already slowed down a little bit, but thankfully for her, is still able to move away. Ooh, the lunge on the other hand. And they go for Slake again. In they come. Zadu needs to be careful. Smaragd gets shields finally. Yeah, but there's another quick stun against him. Temporal loop. The hit attempt. But it is Imperius who dies. And again, the hits coming from DAB, but he doesn't deliver enough damage here. The triple panda on the way back once again. Smaragd is low on his variant, but is still sustaining himself. 83% right there. And Boss isn't done yet. By the way, Zagara isn't done either. She's still fighting with Tacita at the bottom of the map. Ooh. Smaragd is so low, and even Lucio has to commit to the ult to keep Varian alive here. Varian, by the way, in 41,000 damage, but here comes the objective. Protector time, baby. 16 on the other hand gives them a talent advantage. Boss jumps in against the Protector. I'm not so sure about that choice. Yeah, that didn't really work out. So Chen is down, but, well, did I mention before that Tacita in the long run doesn't have a chance against Zagara? I think I pointed it out. So he's slowly losing that battle at the bottom of the map here. The question is just how long does it take to really take this one down. The fort at the top lane, on the other hand, that one's falling. And in the meantime, we're having down at the bottom of the map now nothing left trying to defend against the Protector. Because obviously the meme machine, they want to keep as well. They're starting to go straight in for this. But the defense should be ready once that the Panda is back to business, and that Protector is already losing hit points quickly. And Zagara is doing her thing, and Tacita is sitting there. Tacita hates his life right now. Tacita is in a spot where he says, like, I hate this game. This is garbage. Like, why am I the idiot who has to deal with that push at the bot lane while everybody else is having fun? Zagara's biggest problem is actually that she's running out of mana. So she has to re-engage with the next wave here. But one keep is already down, and those catapults pushing don't really help the cause of the meme machine in the slightest. And Zagara had to finally move away without taking the keep because she just realized I have no mana, I have no hit points, I need to go for a quick reset. But Tacita is just sitting here and is saying like, well, I guess this one is down whenever Zagara makes the move in again. Because let's face it, there's also catapults pushing in, of course. But you can still commit to the top lane and try and counteract that by maybe simply going for a backdoor. The problem is that the rest is already there. That's a fantastic zoning maul there. Doesn't really hit anyone. Tacita is coming back in. Ooh, temporal loop! And that could be a kill. Nah, Varian is still alive. Do we have the lunge? We do! And the follow-up is right there. Smaragd is about... Oh, Chromie. Chromie with a kill, and that backdoor attempt against the keep did not work out there. They lose the key hero in the setup, Varian, who gets the support from the 10,000 shields, and now they're trying to go for core, apparently. Well, if they can get the lunge... Oh my god, he actually got it. Wow, not bad. Yeah, Chromie gets attacked in the backline on the other hand. There's the sleep. Death Knight is low. They're trying to go for him again. Yep, there we have Zagara joining the fun now as well. Apparently, finally, the kidney decides that he wants to be part of this fight too. Daddy gets low, but doesn't get taken out, and they're looking at that core. Decide to go for the keep instead first. That's the safe play right there, especially with Varian coming back, and that's the second keep that they take down. 2 keeps eliminated. As we're having Zagara with 140,000 siege damage. That's what really counts here. How many do you get? And they're starting to focus onto the top lane now. 2 keeps down, work on the third. That's pretty much what we're seeing here. Yep, there's the camp. Death Knight goes in. Temporal Loop already being used. They're trying to go for the kill, but that's the 5-man, and Chen isn't there yet. 5-man. Oh, 3-man more, baby. And they kill Zarya. Get wrecked, kids. 4 down, make it 5, and that should be game. 20 in their hands now. A 3-man more, and Chromie just using it to go straight in. They want the extra experience, so they go for the keep at the top lane first. We know they know what's important here. Zagara is going to try and boost also her stats a little bit, and it seems like they're not even going for the core yet. Objective is no. There's a mercenary camp on the map. There is a mercenary map on the camp on the map, ladies and gentlemen. Please, 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 mercenaries first. You have to set priorities in this game. You have to set priorities. If there's a mercenary camp, you don't go for the core. That's the rule. I didn't make the rules. Just the way the game's played. And in the meantime, they're going for the objective, because it goes mercenaries, objective, and then you go core. That's how you play Heroes of the Storm. Every quick match player will tell you the same thing. So, yeah, there they go. The shields, by the way, are currently dropping, and we are actually seeing a lot of damage done, despite the fact nobody did anything there. 81%. I'm currently just thinking about how exactly they're going to waste the Protector. 20 against 18, the levels, and there's more mercenary camps on the map. And again, priorities. You have to set priority. Go for the camps. Go for the camps. Safe place, please. Safe place. In Saxon Heroes of the Storm, you always want to be safe. Better safe than sorry. Chen, on the other hand, is he going to be able to get the triple through? Oh, he got interrupted. He gets interrupted, but the more against 3 again. Chromie is on the core on the other hand. DAB has his priorities straight. Down here, Chen dies as the fight still rages on, and Chromie is just escorting catapults towards the core. Down here, it's full fiesta time as we are having another kill against Zagara. And it looks like Varian Windblades, baby! Oh, Tyrael is dead. Oh, and Varian dies too. But the core is already starting to fall slowly and steadily. Everybody else is dead and dying, by the way, too. Lucio is dead, and Chromie, with all of her siege damage, is still going in and dropping the core here. Protector is now finally taken too. Tacita is still the one defending, and he's probably still pouting and saying, like, this is dumb, I hate this game. While everyone else is dead, and he's just saying, okay, I'm done with this. Screw this. There it is, the final attack towards the core, and with that, we're seeing nothing left. Taking the grand final victory against the meme machine, ladies and gentlemen. Well, they're trying to delay it a little bit, but I think eventually those catapults are going to take it down. So yeah, there it is. We have nothing left. Taking the final, the 4th qualifier for Division S, taking the tournament victory. Both of the teams, of course, qualified, and Division S is starting on the 18th of March.